Hopefully you can see me. Hello everyone, my name is Orlando Eastwood, and behind me is the official studio website. OrlandoEastwoodFilms.com is live. Check it out. There's lots to look at. There's free movies that are linked from our YouTube account that are, right there for your viewing. There's about a dozen movies or so that are public domain that I've made broadcast masters for, since down the road we are planning on launching a streaming service if we are successful in the next year or so. On top of that, I wanted to talk about the broadcast masters and public domain movies that I've uploaded and what is going on with those. We've got the ad revenue set up, so we are slowly starting to make a little bit of money off of those, off of views. Problem is, I've been dealing with a Mayer International Entertainment, which is a bogus copyright troll in China, I believe, from what the Google searches have been showing me. This company is going around making false copyright accusations on movies, and they hit me last October with Drive-In Massacre. I submitted, the usual copyright claim rebuttal, and they denied it. And it went to the DMCA, and I had told them, here's my name, here's my address, blah, 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 and I wrote a note. Please provide to me with the full copyright information that you have on this film, proving that you are the copyright owner. And after that, I proved to them that, the charges were dropped on, Drive-In Massacre, because the movie's public domain. So I awakened yesterday, on Sunday the 30th of April, and I see that I have been tagged in another copyright infringement on Beneath the 12 Mile Reef. And I was just like, what the hell? Because it had already been up for about maybe a good week and a half. And I see it's from them again, and I'm just like, oh, hell. Usually Shout Factory will tag me in some stuff, and they'll drop it right away, because for some reason or other, Shout Factory tags anything that has been remotely related to Mystery Science Theater 3000. So Radar Men from the Moon, Manos the Hands of Fate. Oddly, Lady Frankenstein was tagged, but I don't believe that Mystery Science Theater was with that. Maybe it's because they did their own release for Lady Frankenstein, which I did not use for the broadcast master. I used the one that I found off the Internet Archive. I don't believe it's that, because it's a 4x3 copy, unless that's what they used. But the Shout usually tagged me, but they've dropped it right away because, I write that, this is public domain. This is not from any Mystery Science Theater 3000 or anything else, to verify that, the stuff is public domain. But no, these guys are at it again. It has been frustrating as hell dealing with them. And I remember the last time I was dealing with them on Drive-In Massacre, I was on Pens and Needles. But I told them again, I dealt with you people on Drive-In Massacre before. You should still have my contact information from that whole debacle. Give me the proper copyright information you have on the film showing that you own the rights to it, and I'll delete the movie. So I'm just waiting for them to get back to me, and that's the worst thing. YouTube is letting this happen, and it shouldn't be. It's like, if you can prove that you're not the rightful owner to this movie, back the hell off. And especially whoever this Mayer International Entertainment is, back the hell off. There's 500 DVD copies of the movie on Amazon. Go after them. Go after the ones who are really making money off these releases, as opposed to just going after people on YouTube. I can understand that certain movies still have copyrights in other territories, like the old school Gamera movies. And I know that the Japanese studio that makes those still holds those copyrights and does go after people who upload them, even if it is the old AIP dubs, which is why I haven't uploaded any of those. Some of the Asian stuff that's public domain here in the States has been very iffy. Old school Kung Fu movies, while I would like to upload them, it has been very rough trying to figure out what is public domain and what is not. A lot of these fly-by-night DVDs back in the early 2000s that was, releasing those cheapo $1 DVDs that you'd find at Walmart, did a lot of Kung Fu movies. Problem is, I don't know if these Kung Fu movies are public domain or not, so I don't want to risk getting my channel terminated. So with what I'm finding on the Internet Archive is what I'm going after in terms of, making these broadcast masters and uploading them. And there is like 1 or 2 movies up there, which I'll probably get around to doing. But yeah, there is that. And I've been researching North Korean copyright laws, because I wanted to do Pulgasari, which is like the North Korean Godzilla. So, from what I've looked at and what I've seen is that North Korea introduced a copyright system in 2001. But from what I've read, anything that was from North Korea that was made prior to that is not valid. And Pulgasari was made in 85. So it's debatable, which is why I haven't gone after and done it. It is something I do want to do. Also, my celluloid film dealer in Russia has a North Korean movie that's Russian dubbed on 35, which this weird animated movie, and I've debated buying it off of them. But right now, with the copyright status on North Korean films, I am not pulled the trigger yet on getting it, which I'm wanting to. So it's something I've been debating. But right now I'm working on getting the broadcast masters done. We're working on Night of the Living Dead, and I'm working on a few other ones. Night of the Living Dead's in high definition. It was the copy that I got off the Internet Archive, and that high definition copy is about 16 gigabytes in size. So it's coming out to being a decent size quality. So it's taking up a little bit more time because it's got to process. The computer's got to process all that as it goes through. Usually, all these other movies are standard definition, which are only like anywhere from like 1 to 5 gigabytes in size. So those 1 to 5 gigabytes are easier to go through and reframe in 16 by 9 or 1.66 or whatever I feel like doing them in, and blowing them up to 720p from the 480i source. Usually with what I do is I de-interlace it to make sure that the interlacing isn't as good. Some of the earlier uploads that we did for like Abe Lincoln of 9th Avenue and Drive-In Massacre, they're not the greatest because I was still figuring that stuff out. Once we get the streaming stuff off the ground and we do get the streaming network going, we are going to redo those all together and get those nice and spiffy for the streaming service. So that's something. Toaster, we're getting ready to roll out the Amazon release for that. The theatrical release is going to be coming in July. We've already got 2 establishments that are pretty much close to playing it. One is booked July 29th and 30th in Columbus, Ohio. The establishment hasn't released that information yet, so I'm not naming it yet, but we have everything booked and ready to go. On top of that, there's the Film Festival, which is also going to be in Ohio, which I am helping organize. And the studio stuff on top of that, along with some other public domain stuff, is going to be playing, so that's something that we're working on too. It's going to be sometime in either September or October, so we're still figuring it all out. We probably won't be giving out any of that information until maybe around mid to late August, early September. So, it's still going to be a while before, that information goes live. But it'll all be at OrlandoEastwoodFilms.com. We'll have information for that going. So check us out. Subscribe if you want to. Like the video. Like any of the movie uploads that I've done. Peace out, guys. Take it easy.